Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to this edition of the David Robertson Show, where I'm your host, David Robertson. We're on fair location in the fair city of Detroit at the Detroit State Fairgrounds Transit Center. And today's topic is on wasteful spending, or better yet, should I say, this is a carryover from the segment I did regarding the paying passengers at this fairground is prohibited to the use of the restroom facilities. They're not allowed to use this bathroom. Now, I did that, I believe last year, October 24th to be exact. And this is more or less the carryover. And what I'm doing now, viewers, is simply scanning the place so you can get a view of this particular facility in the fair city of Detroit. Now, here we have not only buses here, but as we advance a little forward there, you'll see a cleanup crew there. They're under the markings, I believe, of GSC. If you look in the distance, on the far side of that bus shelter, you'll see one of their pickup trucks there. It carries the acronyms, the initials of GSD, meaning Ground Service Department. They're responsible, in a word, keeping this place clean. You know, I mean, you had a mass transit center, a mass hub, where both systems comes in, and any given period of time, there's well over 75 to 100 people here, arriving and departing on various buses. So there is a need to keep the upkeep. Now, there, ladies and gentlemen, not to be redundant, but is the bathroom facilities. There, once again, only allowed use by employees thereof, and prohibited use of the paying passengers. Now, as a result of prohibiting paying passengers, the use of that facility that easily is surrounded by 75 to 100 or more passengers in the course of just an hour or two, get a load of the the results thereof, not letting them use the bathroom. Now, we're walking over to this particular shelter here that's considered as the Illinois-Wyoming pickup, Route 30 and Illinois and Route 54 Illinois. And they were kind enough to give us more or less of a routing roadmap of each. Now, getting back to the point, ladies and gentlemen, this is a result of not letting passengers use the bathroom, and we are physically in a shelter. Now, look at that there. I want you to zero in on that, folks. It's rather disgusting. For the weak of stomach, turn your heads. That is human feces. Someone had defecated out here, and it's all over. Now, imagine an unsuspecting passenger who has to connect over to another route, and they unknowingly walk in here to get a breath or sit down, and they step into that. I don't think there'll be a happy camper. But yet, at the same moment this is here, is clear. You have that ground service department truck, which the bus will soon cover because it's starting its route, but it reveals it again, with at least 4 ground service men and women sitting in there. And we have over here human feces on the ground. Something is wrong with that picture. And just to show you, this isn't an isolated event. let's leave this particular shelter, the Living Aways in Wyoming, and let's walk over to one of smart shelters. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that years ago, the money that was used to construct this called for that unity. Now, here we're at what do you call the 415 Greenfield and 420 Greenfield, and also the 495 John R. and 494 DeQuinder. All right, pickup point. And I just want to show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you see that there? Once again, a result of not allowing passengers to use the bathroom here. Yeah. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, our famous department, Brown's Service Department truck. And this is what your tax dollars is paying for. Them to sit on their asses while we sit on, let's say, what came out of people's asses. That's not only a health issue, but it's downright disgusting. Now, today's date, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is February 16th, 2 days after Valentine's Day. It's approximately, I'm going to say about 9:30 in the morning. Of course, 2018. And this is what your money paid for. And speaking of one of the coaches, that's the 495 John R. Pulling in, ready for, I guess, a break, and to start their route. Well, at any rate, I admonish you, viewers, to continue on subscribing to my channel, where I simply give you what you asked for. The producer said we have received a preponderance amount of mail asking for that particular carryover story. Well, that's what it is. This is the result of prohibiting passengers the use of tax-paid bathroom facilities here at the State Fair Transit Center here in the fair city of Detroit. Signing off.